Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Inside the Big Dynasty League. Well into the playoffs here. Got some exciting action, as we always do during the playoffs. With me, as always, the commish, Clyde Randall Waters.
It's me.
Absent for personal reasons, the stat man, Petey Cunningham. Going through some family stuff. I hope his family can be okay. Our prayers go out to him and his family in this time of need. But moving on, let's take a look, I think, at the games. Let's start off with the playoffs, and then we'll move on to the toilet bowl. Start off with what seemed to be a bit of a pounding, Commissioner. Calvin who? Versus the Scarlet Pimps.
Yeah. Whoo. I mean, Calvin who?
Who?
Who? I'm sorry. Say it again. Calvin who? Who? That's the team who showed up. Who? Anyways, Calvin who? Man, this might be their worst performance of the season.
It might be. They dropped a really big, nasty egg.
Right when it mattered. But I will say they did lose their starting quarterback and their tight end. But the rest of their team did not pick up any slack at all.
And their main wide receiver went out super early.
Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of their starters didn't even score over 5 points.
Not a recipe for a win. Trust me, I'm well aware.
But then you have the Scarlet Pimps.
Pimps!
Looking strong in their playoff game.
That pimp hand,
All
baby.
except for Buck Allen with a negative 0.2 points there. Don't know what happened there. He is a rookie. But besides that, Pimps looking strong.
All right, not much else to really say about that one.
Yeah, it was a whooping and a whopping and a whooping and a whopping.
A whopping, a pounding and a pooping. Next up, let's take a look at playoffs.
Playoffs?
Versus the San Francisco 69ers. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is still a sex joke. Commish, what happened in this one? This one seems much closer.
Let me tell you, this one was a fun one to keep an eye on all week long. It was neck to neck. For a while there, it looked like the Niners pulled away and were going to have a solid win in this matchup. But then out of nowhere, David Johnson.
Oh, David Johnson.
Puts up 44.9 points.
What a butthole.
He had 3 touchdowns, 4 receptions, 42 receiving yards, 187 rushing yards. And they even took him out early in the first half because they thought he might be injured. Man. Anyways, but David Johnson brought the playoffs into the lead going into Monday night, where all the Niners had left was Tim Hightower.
Not exactly a star.
He's like the 3rd or 4th string running back for the Saints. And he was starting this week, though. And he came through for the Niners, putting up 11.5 points. The Niners did follow protocol, though, and started a 0 player.
They did, yes.
They also had an outstanding performance from the receiving core, 46.9 points from Antonio Brown, 30 points from Amari Cooper, and then the defense rounded it off the bottom there with 24 points from the Kansas City Chiefs. This was a narrow one, but the Niners pulled it off to go to back-to-back big Dynasty League championship games.
Bam!
First time ever.
Yes, correct.
Or is it?
I'm going to go with correct. Why not?
Was Pete in it 2 years in a row?
The stat man? I don't know.
No,
We would look up those stats, but the stat man is not here.
That's true. Anyways.
Toilet bowl?
Toilet bowl. Let's see. Wolfgang United takes down Wayne Enterprises. Big performance there from Matt Stafford and Emmanuel Sanders. Jordan Reed coming on strong there too. The Wayne Enterprises. Just this game really summed up his season. 125 points. Not enough for the win. Getting kicked out of the toilet bowl.
Man. And then we got Victoria's Secret putting up some serious points. Most points of the week. In the toilet bowl, though, for the win over the Acid Kickers, who also put up an impressive number of points, but not enough to get a victory.
Yeah, Victoria's Secret. Don't know where this has been all season, but this looks like a Victoria's Secret of old. Let's see, two players over 30 points, another 2 over 20 points. I mean, strong performances here. Let's see if this can carry on in this next week's matchup.
All right, definitely interesting. Moving on, let's take a look into next week's championship.
Hello, boys and girls. I wanted to welcome you to the only portion of the BDL show you need to watch with your host, Macho Man Randy Savage. Not to be confused with Racho Man Mandy Savage. A man in my position can never afford to look ridiculous. Remember that, Mike, or you're getting a pile driver. Real quickly, I wanted to wish everyone a happy holidays. Enjoy your Kwanzaa, your Ramadans, your Hanukkahs, and of course your Christmases. As you can see, I'm in the holiday spirit in my wrestling gingerbread, hot chocolate stained shirt here. It's got a lot of flexibility so I can get these guns around. Whew! I had to work these out 69 times today. It was incredible. You should have been here. And if anyone remembers from last week, Joel was knocked off pretty easily by the 69ers. David Johnson at 44 points didn't even have a chance. That's right, Petey. I can give you the whole breakdown on this match. And what broke down most was the entire knocked off team. They crumbled at the sight of the 69ers. We were just flipping and flopping and moving in every which way and showed them that they cannot out 69 the 69ers. And yes, that is a sex joke! Coming up next, I got the Scarlet Pimps leading the league in points this year with that Devontae Freeman. Well, let me tell you something, Pimps. You don't know what it's like to fight for the championship. I do. I've been there, and I've seen the light. And I'm going to see it again come Monday night. You are going to be finished. I'm going to snap into you like a Slim Jim. Wait. One moment. Hold on. Hold that thought. Dana! Bring out my Slim Jim! What's up, baby? Alright, yeah. Just bring that over here. Yeah. Get that open. Oh, yeah. Like I was saying, I'm gonna snap into you. Get that out of here. It's not polite to speak with food in your mouth. Like a Slim Jim! You are just going to be a tasty little morsel on my way to my second championship in a row. And please, everyone, just remember, I am a kind and good champ. You do not need to be afraid of my power. I know some may question my integrity. There was a little bit of controversy earlier this year, but that drama is what you call entertainment. I'm having to drag this league through the mud the last 2 years, trying to give it a little bit of respect. And it's finally got it, with me at the helm. Merry Christmas. And just remember one thing. Macho Madness is more seductive than sex. Woo!
Okay, I think we're back. Our mainframes were hacked.
Oh, they hacked the mainframe!
Oh, man.
2 weeks in a row. We've got to get IT to work on this.
I know, with the TCP protocols and NIC cards and mainframe protections. The Fuego walls.
Man. So, the Niners. Ben is hungry.
Well, yeah, I mean, he screamed for that Slim Jim.
He's
like he hadn't eaten in years.
Hungry. Not only for some Jim, but for another victory in this league. Another championship. Man.
Well, I mean, do you think he's going to get it? Or do you think, like I do, the Scarlet Pimps will be crowning our second woman champion?
Well, let's take a look at this championship matchup that we have this week.
Yeah. Pimps!
This is the third big Dynasty League championship matchup in league history. And again, it's the Scarlet Pimps!
Pimps!
Versus the San Francisco 69ers. They're going for a two-peat. Anyways, looking at this matchup, the early predictions have the Scarlet Pimps ahead of the Niners by 2 points.
Bam!
Talk about slim margins here. So let's take a look at the history of this match, of these teams matching up. All-time record between these two teams is 3-1 in favor of the Scarlet Pimps. Oh man, making it tough for the Niners this year to get that second championship. Let's see here. Were there any quotes notable from the coaches this week? Well, the Niners said this is always a tough place to play.
Pimps!
All right. And the Scarlet Pimps, they said we have to take advantage of our opportunities. It's a given. Nothing fancy there.
All right.
So, just looking at this matchup, Scarlet Pimps are favored by a slim margin. However, I think the Niners are a stacked team with some surprising playmakers, with a lot of players who are on bubble teams in the NFL who are trying to secure playoff spots. I think the Niners have the edge in my book for this year's championship.
I think the Pimps are going to keep their pimp hand strong, and they're going to be pimp slapping these Niners all the way to Crytown. Population Niners.
And I don't want to speak for the stat man, but I will. I believe the stat man's going to choose the Scarlet Pimps.
Pimps!
Why? Because it's a family thing.
Yes, they are related.
They are. Whew, man, that's going to be crazy. I encourage you all to pay close attention to that matchup this week. We'll see how it turns out in the end. We do have a third place game going on this week with Calvin Who versus the Playhoffs.
Hoffs? Maybe it should be changed to the Knockoffs.
I'm taking the Playhoffs. They're favored by a big margin here. Their team's healthy. Calvin Who, it's sad to see how this team is falling here in the last 2 weeks, but they have some good building blocks for next season.
True, I'm going to take the Playhoffs as well. Toilet Bowl going for the number one pick.
In the college draft
for next year, we got Victoria's Secret versus Wolfgang United. I'm taking my sister-in-law, Victoria's Secret.
So, looking at this matchup, talk about a close shave. Here's the prediction. Victoria's Secret is favored 117.47 over Wolfgang United 117.19.
Now, I'm not good at math, but that seems to be less than 1.
It is. And the all-time record between these two matchups is 2-4 in favor of Wolfgang United. in favor of Victoria's Secret.
Victoria's Secret.
Yeah, so the slim margin here, but I do believe Victoria's Secret will come away winning the Toilet Bowl and getting that number 1 pick in next year's college draft.
All right. Well, I think that just about does it for us this week, ladies and gentlemen. Please have a Merry Christmas. Remember your family, and most importantly, that we celebrate the birth of our Savior, Jesus Christ, on this fine day that is coming up, 2 days from the day we're filming? 1 day from the day you'll probably watch it. Anyway, peace be with you, and God bless.
And good luck to the Pimps and the Niners in this championship. I just want to say that this has been an exciting season, and I can't wait to see how this finishes up.
Yeah!
Merry Christmas! I always do this.
I know.